これが俺の最高地点だ
I know.
Oh, sounds good.
Shit.
Oh no! He saw it.
Joues-tu des treasure cups?
J'étais supposé venir demain, mais les gars viennent pas, fait que je pense pas que je vais venir.
Ça fait sens.
Je fais ça si tu fais celui de Carta dans 2 semaines.
Je pense que je vais y aller aussi.
Moi, ça va être le fun.
Je voulais faire le film en com.
J'en ai fait une coupe, mais les gars perdent toute leur match parce qu'ils sont pas habitués à jouer des nouveaux decks.
Right.
So, ils ont un peu rage quit.
Carton est supposé en avoir hier.
Mais il y avait trop de place.
Ouais. Je serais allé, mais. Coup de place.
Ben, mon auto est ensevelie sur la place. C'est dead pour moi.
Pretty much.
Oh, it's greedy. Ace on greedy is the best.
Allô?
Yeah, like Yu-Gi-Oh! What like greedy?
6.
I go first.
Sure.
Ça va être un Mulligan.
Lucky.
Okay. Good luck. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I'm sorry,
I drew 2 of my top cards at like 5 in the deck.
I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
Attends.
Des beaux winners.
J'en ai d'autres, on ne sait jamais. Ils sont durs à flipper.
Nami?
Yep.
Pas Nami, mais bon.
Close it.
Girl?
Thriller Bark Package.
C'est pas de l'histoire. C'est juste à toucher.
Ben, je vais être honnête avec toi, je regarde tes vidéos. Already knew.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
6 lead.
Alright, man. Good luck, have fun.
Another switch.
Ben, si je vais deuxième, comme j'ai juste pas mis de 1, j'ai mis des 2.
I don't need a don on
Bonne carte.
Pas pire quand même. Passe.
6 cartes à main.
Je devrais être 6 yep.
Drop.
Nice.
Go.
Yep.
16. Yeah.
Pas de
You go first. Go on.
Very good.
Pass.
Non, j'ai pas eu le temps encore. Faut pas que je regarde. Je sais que t'allais prendre la première ligne.
Perfect. Your turn.
No trigger.
Girl, yeah. 7 lead.
Leader effect.
I have 5.
1K.
Yep.
Drop.
Oh, by the way, I think you just won 6,000. It doesn't matter. You're 6,000. Just
Nice.
Yes, I am.
600. Leader effect. Draw one. My bad.
6 doesn't matter, but
Girl effect.
should be forgot one.
Oh wait, how many don't you have?
70. Yeah.
That's crazy. Point de
Thomas, 6 cartes en main ou 7?
Toujours 7.
70.
24.
Passe.
Any card.
C'est quoi les deux autres cartes que tu as display? Kikunojo, Kikunojo.
It's just you have to have one.
Yeah, they're the run guys, right?
Draw for turn.
Yeah.
1.
We'll do 60 effect. Where's that mark?
So like 10
I don't draw.
yeah, I got one from him and because
Leader
of him I
effect.
didn't
Yeah.
I should have been at 7, but I'm at 8.
counter rest.
What? I'm at 7.
Combien de cartes en main?
6.
Yeah, no, you're right.
7. Marco. Yeah.
6 en main?
Yeah.
Draw 1.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
6 Kikunojo.
Draw 2, literally draw 3.
That was me choosing.
Him on 3, I make trash in the event if I have 7 or more gone. That's the end of my turn. It's draw 2 cards.
Cool, on track.
Yep.
Ça devient bloqué.
Attends.
Drop.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna arrest them. Yeah, I didn't use all my normal one. We'll do 60.
That's the new EB03.
60.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's pretty easy.
6 lead.
Leader ability.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do.
Six damage.
Combien de dents?
8.
Si je le fais sur mon tour,
I see. You give the effect. Son ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, she meant that.
On va dans la main, on va peut-être essayer.
Go. Passe.
Sure. Tu sais quoi qu'ils peuvent amener avec son trigger?
Thriller Bark, 4 costs or less.
T'en as juste un, right? Ouais, c'est ça, je pensais.
Yeah.
I got good trigger.
Interesting.
Le drop, c'est 4 costs or less. The trigger?
The trigger, c'est 4 costs, yeah.
4 or less?
Yeah, 4 or less.
Yeah, but that's why I was focused.
Yeah.
Another one. This is crazy.
Can she attack now?
No. I saw you selling your deck. No, t'as raison, ça peut être une peine. Ça peut être...
Your turn.
6 lead.
New effect.
Yo!
With lead.
Whole board. I was curious because I saw you play with him. I was like, what's what are you gonna play? Je prends Lucci, je joue une 5 drop, je vais jouer une I'll take it out. Last 5 cards. Donc je vais jouer trafalgarlaw. Quand il est mort, je vais jouer quelque chose de ma main. Donc je vais tourner la LQ pour qu'on va jouer la balle.
Bien resté.
Ouais.
Kikunojo back to hand.
I think it's running on his 6 cards.
7 inches, Gorgon Sisters.
Pretty much everything.
4 en 1.
4, yep.
Drop.
Ah, j'ai oublié mon leader ability d'ailleurs, mais c'est fait.
Ok.
C'est fait.
Ton choix.
Non, écoute la scène.
Non, parce que je commençais.
Peut-être trop longtemps que j'ai pas joué Nami.
J'ai même pas mis spécial,
Il va pas pouvoir rester sur le bloqué. I need to rest.
Because I was, I know was EB06 main, but I was negative discard, so I wanted to off discard.
Durability, go on. 5 cartes en main.
Ouais, 5.
Ah, moi aussi, je chasse.
Ah, ok, c'était ça.
Là, je chasse.
Des fois, on le step down.
Ouais. Go.
Yeah.
So this character
Set life.
and then
Leader ability.
Yeah.
+1.
Yeah.
so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Set life.
I'll charge this character, set it down active,
Might as well use it.
use it down
J'aurais mis ton character first, but
Full shift. C'est comme Gravity Blade, peut-être.
peut-être, mais... Alright. Combien de cartes on a? 5?
5.
Normalement, tu dois pas lâcher.
That's a good turn.
He hates cards, so I hate them.
Vite,
Alors si je moi de Lucas, je prends mon trafalgarlaw.
Durability.
Non, c'est correct. Ouais, je pensais
Mais ça t'aurait pas tué.
non,
Ouais.
Beautiful cards.
Un petit peu cher. Elle descend parce que la rotation, là.
J'essaie depuis longtemps, sur
Wow.
Yeah, I should have let him die earlier. At least now. I would have played a short game like me.
Oh, yeah.
non, lui.
8 dans ta vie.
Everyone has mine. Well, just the Nami for now.
I have no idea if that's the right call.
Je pense qu'on a encore beaucoup de temps si tu penses.
Non, c'est fine.
How many cards in
Ça t'aurait aidé.
Ça m'aurait aidé un peu.
Oh, okay.
Toutes mes cartes too late. Girl.
Yeah.
Le flip.
C'est beaucoup, là. I'll take.
C'est ce que je pense. J'aurais dû faire l'autre option. Et fin. À toi.
Is it that bad? Drop?
T'as toujours un problème à décider
Oh, c'est toujours le cas.
quelle chose à faire en fin de game.
Ouais.
Il y a trop d'options maintenant avec ces cartes.
C'est vrai. Le late game est toujours un peu difficile.
Faut là, j'essaie cette version-là, par exemple.
C'est juste parce que si je hit les triggers, je shit un body for free. C'est comme cheap.
Mais j'ai été chanceux, t'en as pas eu tant que ça.
J'ai les stacks. J'ai...
T'as eu le stack et là, tu viens d'avoir un drop.
Ouais, ça c'est... Tu joues aussi, non?
J'avais 3 cartes, là, j'avais joué ça pour monter à 8, là j'étais à 2. Puis j'ai pris un 8, j'ai pogné avec le 8, j'ai pogné un autre brick, là, j'ai pogné un red rock. Là j'étais comme bon. Either.
Seven to life.
Non, c'est bon.
So 13 plus the 2.
Toute la game, j'avais pas
Oh yeah? Very true. A lot of
Everybody
people
plays it 100%.
Yeah, because
C'est genre la meilleure carte qui collectionne blockable.
Ouais, parce que tu bloques avec un TK, un TK life, and then
that's why I'm like, when you still wanted to attack her, I was
I
like,
just forgot about it.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, let me not get greedy and go for that player.
yeah, I was like, okay, that would
Yeah,
have
it's totally.
Moi, ça me dérangeait même pas de waste my life. I'm finally gonna get a trigger. Mais mardi, tu m'as tellement tué comparé. Ben oui.
I guess I should probably take the
Ouais, mais tu vois, t'avais pas ton gars.
on stage.
Ouais, puis t'avais pas l'autre gars qui protège. Il y avait un gars que t'avais mis qui protège qu'on peut pas remove.
Oh ouais, lui. I mean, là, c'est juste un peu. Mais j'ai juste pas.
Puis t'as pas le même gars.
Je joue les 10 cartes. Parce que j'ai pas encore mes runs. Et je peux les trouver, je peux les payer en back.
Mais ils sont pas chers. Ils sont vraiment pas chers. Je pense qu'ils sont 5. Entre 5 et 2. Comme tu devrais update ton deck.
Ça se fait rotate.
Oui. Ouais, mais les gens, je vais attends, je vais checker leur deck.
Combien de mana pour
Peut-être le Rock, peut-être Robin.
l'autre c'est bon.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Ouais, 79. Yeah, it's possible. Donc ça, ce serait pour un jeu qui se fait we can trade. Les uns, les mihawk. Mais sinon, il y a everything else. Those are new. J'ai vu deux mihawk tags. Ça, c'est le plus récent qu'il y a eu. J'ai vu un autre qui est un peu plus style. Mais qui joue pas. Depuis ça fonctionne.
Jeter?
Trash select. Leader ability. Girl?
Yeah.
C'est bon,
Moi, je suis à 7.
Attends. J'ai oublié son effet encore une fois. Non, c'est fine. C'est fine. Faut que je la sonne.
Est-ce que t'as fait
621.
C'est ça.
c'est vraiment le fait que je
I have no idea what it is, but it was
9 you said?
yeah.
littéralement, c'est ça que j'ai fait,
Passé?
Classic.
C'est 2K?
De 2K.
Passe.
Yeah. It needed to be a 2K.
C'est pour ça que tu voulais pas faire totalement, t'avais juste des 2K.
Ouais, c'est ça.
Mais en fait, tu voulais juste drop le système.
Oh, ton leader.
Moi, pourquoi t'as 2K, genre?
Yo, c'était insane. Mais j'avais genre un shit ton de 2K en main.
Oh, ouais, for sure.
J'avais 4 2K, un 1K, puis j'avais ma break.
C'est ça, c'est parfait.
C'était parfait,
Ouais.
mais il fallait que ça soit là.
Ouais. C'est ça. Il fallait que ça soit un 2K.
Yeah, exact.
Moi, je me suis dit, il fallait que t'aies pas de 2K. Mais comme, pas toutes les 2K, puis...
Yeah. Non, c'est des chanceux, mais tout au début de la game, j'avais 0 2K.
Moi, j'ai commencé avec juste des 2K. Mais j'ai pigé ma queue. Comme, j'étais lucky, genre.
Ça s'est plus par après.
Ouais.
Quand tu m'as Nami, ma première vie, c'était une Kikunojo.
La première, c'est Kikunojo.
J'ai fait merde.
Alors, I went 9, he had 2K, life 2K.
Yeah, insane.
It was like,
I just saw her playing the mirror and I'm like,
it's the mirror, but not the mirror. He's not playing the Thriller Bark.
It's actually fun.
what is it, like more burns?
Yeah, it's Kid and new game. Kid and new game. Yeah. It's just, if I hit a trigger, it's free body.
Yeah. You did not.
Ouais, ça. Mais même à ça, c'est comme, je suis en train de perdre, et soudainement j'ai un board, genre.
Ouais, ça peut être insane.
Ouais.
Faut que je l'essaye cette version.
Mais jamais deux.
Mais c'est parce que quand le Red Rock va être rotate out, tu peux juste mettre plus de time cost Nougat dedans.
C'est ça.
Le fun.
Ouais. I'm gonna open 5 packs. These are the packs I got for finishing 6th place. I normally don't open my packs on videos because I get lazy, I forget, whatever the case. So I'm gonna open them today. Hopefully I get something good. So let's start for first pack. Kumasi, Newgate, Killer, Sindri, Monster, Trafalgarlaw. Okay, I got a secret Mihawk. That's not bad so far. We got one hit. Let's see what we get. What else we get? Let's see what else we get. This Bonnie, Orgs, Apu, Queen, and okay, that's it. That was pack number 2. Let's go for pack number 3. I've been playing a lot of Nami lately. It's been very enjoyable. I don't play yellow normally, so playing yellow was a bit more fun. Hitting triggers off of life and just winning the game because you get to play out bodies off of life. And Zoro and okay, I got Nami SR. I can't complain about that. Nami SR is pretty good. Nami SR is pretty good. Oh, I did not like how I opened this pack. Come on, buddy. Okay. Mice, Vista, Kamazo, Bullet String, Gecko, Moria, Odin, Ever White. Really? Okay. Last pack. Let's go to the manga in here. One secret Mihawk, one manga Mihawk. Easy stuff, right? Kinemon, Newgate, Zala, Senior Pink, Fist, Porsche, Rindo, Chu, Shakuyaku, Sugar, all along. That's it. So 5 packs, 2 hits. That was about it. Yeah, typical 5 packs. Thanks, guys. Peace. Alright, let's talk about Blue Yellow Nami. I played this deck at local. The deck is insanely strong. Probably the most expensive deck in the meta right now. Let's talk about the leader first, I guess. Once per turn, when a card is removed from yours or your opponent's life, if you have 7 or less cards in hand, draw a card. That effect is so strong, but people always forget it, including myself. So you need to rep a couple times with the deck before getting the hang of it, that every time your opponent takes a life or whether you take a life during your turn, you get to draw an additional card, which is really huge. And the other effect is, during your opponent's turn, if your leader has a Dawn attached to it, you may trash 1 card from your hand, and this leader becomes plus 2000 power for the rest of the turn. So it becomes a 7k power leader for the rest of your opponent's turn. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. That's the leader. Let's get into the deck. We play 4 Searcher, which is Will You Be My Servant, the Searcher event, which is activate main if your leader is Nami. Look at top 4 cards of your deck. Reveal 1 card with a cost of 2 to 8. Add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. Pretty straightforward. The trigger activates main of the Searcher effect. You have a lot of targets. This helps you draw your curve really well. It's a must 4. You cannot play less than that. 4 Girl promo. This card jumped up in price ridiculously because of this deck. On play, draw 1, discard 1. Activate main once per turn. You may give 1 rested Dawn to your Nami leader. This helps you when you play on curve. Because Nami wants to go first. Generally, you want to go first unless you want to take your opponent's curve and go second. For example, against Emu, they want to go second, so you take second from them. But since you're going first, sometimes your curve, the cards are 5 Dawns. For example, the 5 cost Nami, it's a 5 Dawn card that consumes all your Dawns, so you don't have a leftover Dawn to attach to your leader to trigger the second effect. My example was Nami was wrong because Nami attached a Dawns, but for your 7 Dawn turn when you play Robin, that's a scenario where you have to consume your 7 Dawns and you don't have any Dawns attached on your leader. So the girl helps to do that, and also it's additional aggression that you get with your leader because you have an additional Dawn on your leader every turn. For Kikunojo, because the trigger is insane and it combos really well with other cards. Kikunojo's trigger is if your opponent has 3 or less life, play this card. On KO, if your opponent has 3 or less life, add 1 card from the top of your deck to your life. So 4 costs, 6k power. Really strong vanilla stat line, and the trigger is really strong to be able to cheat out a body from your life. The new card from EB03 that is busted. 5 cost Nami. This card's ridiculously expensive too. On play, give 1 rested Dawn to your leader. So Nami gets her attached on, which is awesome. Then if your opponent has 3 or more life, they add 1 card from the top of your life to their hand. And also on KO, you may turn 1 card from the top of your life face up and play 1 character with 6,000 power or less from your hand. So not only do you force your opponent to take a life, once she dies, you get to cheat out another body from your hand. Ridiculous. Really strong. 7 Dawns, you want to play Robin, which is on play, you may trash 1 card from the top of your life. If your leader is Straw Hat, add 2 cards from the top of your deck to your life. And opening turn on KO, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. It's deal 1 damage, meaning if your opponent has 0 life and you deal 1 damage, they lose the game. This is your best play at 7 Dawns. This is your best play at 5 Dawns, sorry. And at 3, you usually want to play Girl or the Searcher to be able to find these combo pieces. Then you also have the Thriller Bark engine, which I'm running 3 Perona because I was missing a card. Usually they run 2, but I like the 3 of actually. It was pretty good. I don't. The only reason I see people running 2, 3, or 4 is just because the space of the deck is tight. Otherwise, I don't see what's wrong with playing more copies of Peronas. So 3 Peronas, 4 Hogbacks, 4 Kumasi, and 4 8-cost Gecko. Kumasi is very straightforward. It's just 2k counter. Trigger, play 1 Thriller Bark with a cost of 4 or less from your trash, rested. And usually these 2 are your targets. So that's Kumasi. We have Hogback. The trigger is exactly the same. Play 1 Thriller Bark with a cost of 4 or less from your trash, rested. On KO, Hogback is play a character with a cost of 4 or less with a trigger. So not only can you play out Perona, or even Hogback, other than Hogback, right? Thriller Bark, other than Hogback. So you can play out Perona. You can play out Kikunojo. Kikunojo? Yeah, you can also play out Kikunojo. So those are 2 very good targets that you can cheat out with Hogback. You also have Perona, which is the trigger is exactly the same. Play a Thriller Bark with a cost of 4 or less from your trash, rested. On play on KO, you can freeze one of your opponents 6 cost or less. That character cannot attack. So that's really good. And the 8-cost Gecko, the trigger is slightly different. It's play a character with a cost of 4 or less from your trash. So these guy plays it out rested. The Thriller Barks, let me focus on these. So the Thriller Barks plays them out rested, but this can play it out active. So not only can you target the Perona, the Hogback, the Kikunojo, you can also target Marco or Pudding if you really want to. But we'll get there. So Gecko Moria trigger is slightly better than the others because if you hit that on your last life and you have a Marco in your trash, Marco comes out and it's a blocker. So for the 8-cost Gecko, activate main. Select 1 Thriller Bark card from your trash, 4 cost or less. Play it or add it on top of your life. Both scenarios are good. You can either cheat out a Perona right away, freeze one of their bodies so they can't attack, or you can stack your top life and trigger one of the Thriller Bark's trigger effect and play out a Perona rested, which also freezes an attack. So both scenarios are good, just depends on the game state. I'm running 1 Nojiku. It's because I couldn't find a second one before the logos, so I was running 1 and I bumped Perona to 3. Usually list runs 2 Perona instead of 3, but since I couldn't find a second Nojiko in the time, I only ran 1, but I would run 2. There's a scenario that came up in one of my games, which was really powerful. So I had Nojiko, I played it out, I bounced their body back to their hand, and then I put in right away, giving me the ability to reduce their hand size even more. Nojiko is on play if your leader is Nami. Return 1 character with a cost of 5 or less to your opponent's hand. So you can target a lot of bodies to return back. Whether it's in the mirror match or in the matchup, you can bounce the Nami back, you can back the Kikunojo back, or even a Thriller Bark. Pudding, standard. On play, your opponent has to shuffle their hand back to their deck and then draw 5. Pudding being a really stupid card, one of the most broken blue card. I want this card to be banned. 2 Marcos, because it combos well with the 8-cost Gecko. It's a blocker. On KO, draw 2 cards. Very straightforward. It's just the fact that it combos well with Gecko is really nice. And also, to be able to draw 2 additional cards, why not? Then I ran 2 Kumas. I don't think the 2 Kumas are mandatory, but since I was rushing to build the deck, I decided to play 2. On play, you may trash 1 card from your hand, add 1 card from the top of your deck to your life. Then this character gains plus 2k for the rest of the turn. Until the end of your opponent's turn. During your opponent's turn, if this card is KO, add the top card of your deck to your life. So you heal 1 if it gets KO during your opponent's turn. Very straightforward. It's a 1k counter as well. It's a nice body, 6 cost, 7k body. And it heals you. We run 4 BB5, the one from the new binder collection, the AAs. It's a 2k counter. It's searchable off of the Nami event, this one. Will you be my servant? Because it looks for a 2 to 8 cost. And some of your other 2ks cannot be targeted by this, like Kumasi. It's out of reach because it's a 1 cost. But BB5 trigger is, if your leader is multicolor, Nami is multicolor, you get to draw 2. And it's a 2k counter. And also the fact that it's a 4 cost 5k body. Worst case scenario, you can cheat this out with Hogback, because it's still a 5k power character that can swing, which is nice. We have 2 red rocks because there's some matchup like Ace that's really hard. The red rock helps to remove big bodies. 1 gravity blade because it's a good card. It bounces 2 6 costs or less to the bottom deck. And then we run 1 copy of If I Bow Down to Power, What's the Point in Living? Activate main, you may rest 1 Dawn. If you have 1 or less life, your opponent cannot activate blocker whenever your leader attacks this turn. Counter, your leader gains plus 3000 power this battle. So 1 of, it's unblockable, which is nice. Very quick, like, crash course of the game plan of the deck. Your 4 life leader, you usually want to counter out the first swing. Oh, sorry, let me scratch this back. Leader wants to go first most of the time. Your plan is to look for You Are My Servant, girl. Let me focus on this. So you want your searchers, which is the Nami searcher event, and then you want to find girl to have it set up on board. And then at 5 dawn, you want to play Nami to force your opponent to take 1 life back. And at 7 dawn, you want to play Robin. That's your perfect curve. Going first, at least. Afterwards, when your opponent swings at you the first life, you usually want to counter it, because you usually don't have a trash setup, nor does your opponent has 3 life or less. So you don't want to be able to, you don't want your first life to be Kikunojo or Thriller Barks and miss out on that trigger. So you usually counter out of the first swing until your opponent is at 3 life. So you would try to get to Nami as soon as possible, force them to take a life, hoping that they're at 3 life afterwards, so Kikunojo becomes life. And also, when they swing at you, you want to counter and discard a Perona or a Hogback. So at least you have a Thriller Bark set up in your trash. So that's the game plan for the early game. And during the late game, you just chain Robin or you chain 8 cost Gecko. Just like that powerful body that also heals you, which is insane. I guess that's pretty much straightforward. That's about it for the game plan of the deck. There's not much more, I guess, to tell. The deck plays itself, really. And there's a matchup that's really hard. Putting helps on those matchups, that's really hard. And yeah, the deck loses to Emu and Ace. Nothing much more to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck list. And peace.
Thank you.